Let's meditate. I hear a bird singing. Feel the breath. Feel the temperature of my skin. I'm in the hammock in the morning. There's not much wind. I breathe in, breathe out. Feel the sensation inside. My chest expanding and belly too. And exhaust air comes out. I feel a tingling sensation in my fingers. Maybe you don't, maybe you do. Just accept everything. I feel a subtle air coming in and out of my nostril. Maybe you feel it, maybe you don't. Just accept everything as it is. What is accepting everything as it is? Actually, there's no one accepting. It is just a state of being where no mind is disrupting and caught up in any idea. So it's a state of no mind and no self. If there's no mind, there cannot be self or ego. Maybe there is hidden somewhere, but it's not activated. So you're at the state of being empty-minded. When we were babies, we didn't have mind or brain developed much. So we were in the absolute state of being, but probably watching someone moving in front of you when you were born, and you feel there's something in there to connect to. So the brain starts to function. What is meaningful to live and what is not. When we were hungry, we cried. When we were painful, we cried. If there was someone holding me, holding us gently and feeding the milk or keep us warm, we felt comfortable, as if we were still in the wound of mother. That's an eternal home in a way that we were, and that state is still here as it is, except our brain or mind start to function. If A, do B. If X, do Y or Z. So you learn the words and the logic. What's dangerous, what's not dangerous. How to eat, how to walk, or before that, how to crawl, and learn how to use muscles, body, fingers, arms, thigh, everything. As we see other people, whoever that is walking, that stimulated us so that we can walk, even run. So we tried imitating. Maybe fish or animals may do the same to a degree. We tried to crawl, learn to crawl. We tried to stand. And every movement, there's something that tells us, this is working, this is not working. But without word, we intuitively tried and made errors and tried again and made more errors. But gradually, after so much trial, we start to get the hang of it so that we can crawl better, even be able to stand and walk. What a miracle. We kept on learning like that. So if we digest what happened, it is like there's a feedback loop of trying, making mistake, learning the lesson, trying again, making a mistake, learn the lesson, try something different, and keep on going. It's like a try and error. It's like a machine that we developed, that kind of a learning process. And later, when the brain developed, we may call that as the process of CAPD. Check, act, plan, do. You check what's going on, what happened and why, and what can be done better, so you plan, or randomly plan at times, and act upon it. And if it works, if not, try again. In this way, we learned how to walk, even how to talk, how to use appropriate word in a manner that makes sense to communicate. So that's how we develop the mind or the brain to learn what can be done and even to communicate. If you did a good job, you find this person smiling as if affirming you did a good job. Without knowing what's happening, we learn the skills and skills to talk. But as much as there are many mistakes made to get there, this learning doesn't just stop. We still learn how to use different words, different sentences, and get the feedback of the people who may approve or not approve. This way we may have learned how to develop our character, habit, way to live life, communicate, even use chopstick to eat meal or fork and knife. Maybe just hand too. Drink water, learn to pee when it's appropriate, not just at random. We don't remember any of those as adult, but I imagine that's the process that we have gone through. What does that mean? It means that we have the faculty and we learn the skills and we keep going through the CAPD, check, act, plan, do, to do more. And you may have learned to have a vision, ideas, and pursue for them. The subject of the pursuance may be something wonderful for the world, or very narrow-minded, to steal from someone, or even fight against innocent people. I'm just saying that those processes may pop up, and according to the circumstance, we develop certain skill, and that continues. But eventually, those habitual patterns, whether it's called positive or negative, to the society, to the people outside, or even to ourselves, we may develop some patterns. But internally, we have that CAPD process, or Shila Samadhi Panya, working. As much as mind may be so powerful and interesting, we may forget the fundamental cycle of CAPD, but without words and the logic. It's a nature's way that we are built to learn, grow, make a mistake, and learn and grow, maybe have success and learn and grow, or maybe we don't grow, and just follow the nature's way, the laws of nature, how it's built in living being. It's beyond the human comprehension. So what does this whole thing I shared mean? When we master a certain skill, which we may think is meaningful for the human society or conventional wisdom, we have those skills internalized, and we don't have to think so much, so that things become more intuitive, just like learning how to walk. But if that skill is not helping the society to grow, eventually we may or we may not realize, well, that's not the right path. So what's the right path? Again, we want to check, act, plan, do. But at this stage, when you are at certain mature age, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, depend on each person, that maturity may mean fixation to certain value and the way. Maybe we do just a superficial CAPD or plan do without checking, and keep repeating the plan do, not going anywhere, not finding the path for growth. So what do? Go back to the basic. If you realize going back to the basic can fix those mistakes, not the short-term and limited CAPD or PDPD, just taking action without thinking and making mistake over and over and over, you may have to stop that, to cut the loop, or make the loop in a manner that is not just playing in the brain or the mind, but down deep, where the original function of how we are built and growing could be revisited. Not egotistical, not brain or mind to be the master, but the real master is deep within, so to speak. And that's the source of true creativity for whatever the nature may have put us to go through without us knowing about it. But without that, we don't exist. We cannot keep on living. Even the mind wants to do something, the body may stop functioning. So the connection to the body or the heart and be able to link to what is feasible with the brain is a passage that I believe we have the ability but may not be able to process it because of the habitual pattern. So the awakening may be needed to see the pain of repeating the mistake, but learning how to go beyond the constraint of the brain and mind. How do we do that? Go back as if you're a little baby learning without us knowing, but with the nature's way. How do you do this? At the age 20, 40, 60, 80, and on. I'd say go back to the basic, connecting to your heart. Be like an eternal child to learn to be in the state. Awaken as if rebirth may take place over and over and over. Have a good day, good night. May all beings be happy.